Last week was the Academy Awards. It's a special time of year when we get to honor some of the greatest movies that most of you didn't see. But for real though, you guys need to check out the Grand Birdman Hotel. It's pretty great. But the thing about Oscar movies is that you have to watch carefully. In fact, if you watch close enough, you might find some stuff that shocks you. Yes, there are hidden references and Easter eggs in just about every movie, but some are world-changing, and so quick that you'll probably miss them. Take it away, Bob.
Come gather round, people, wherever you roam.
Mere seconds into Watchmen's musical distillation of decades of superheroes, we have our first revelation. See that lovely couple in the back of the frame there? That's Thomas and Martha Wayne. And the guy eating Night Owl's knuckle sandwich, that's Joe Chill. So Bruce Wayne's parents live, Bruce grows up like any normal child, and eventually finds himself a completely sane Wall Street money man.
Hey, Paul!
Perfectly sane. Oh, and one more thing just in case you still don't believe me. The name of the opera here, it translates to The Bat. Okay guys, the sheriff's name is Woody, his rival's name is Buzz, sex is a part of Toy Story. If you don't believe me, we'll take a closer look. Aside from being way cooler than Andy's toys, this little lady right here is actually a prostitute. And if you don't believe me, let's take a page out of ZZ Top's book and take a closer look at those legs. Those high heel wearing hooker legs. That's right, I said hooker. Those legs are attached to a fishing rod, which has a hook, making this quite literally a hooker. Look, I'll just give you a heads up now, don't Google Toy Story porn. You'll be severely disappointed. Disgusted. You'll be disgusted.
This is a little more advanced than I expected.
I was giving myself an oil
Some really neat things, yeah.
And you thought Gremlins was about white people dealing with black integration.
The Gremlins are loud, talk and slang, are addicted to fried chicken, and freak out when you get their hair wet.
But it doesn't even matter what Gremlins is about, because there's something way more interesting in the background. You see that little contraption behind the phone booth? That's actually the H.G. Wells time machine. Here's a picture for comparison. Now, when Mr. Peltzer's on the phone with his wife right before she goes American Psycho on a batch of gremlins, we see the machine powering up in the background. Telephone, telephone, blah, 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 and people go crazy. Where'd the machine go? Back in time. Peltzer's dicking around with some flaccid coffee maker. Meanwhile, this guy invents time travel and doesn't even get to be in focus. If the Gremlins reboot doesn't focus on this guy's time-traveling adventures, I quit.
What do you know about my friends, huh? I'll tell you what I know. My friends would be better off without me. That's what I know.
Yes, I talked about the Muppets in the first episode, but frankly, I like ruining your childhood, though not as much as Kermit loves ruining America. A Very Muppet Christmas is the Muppets' take on It's a Wonderful Life, a movie so boring and poorly paced that RKO didn't even bother to renew the copyright and somehow became an instant classic and airs every year. Sorry, film rant. Back to 9/11.
What am I supposed to do now? I wish I'd never been born. There, I said it again. I wish I'd never been B-O-R-N born.
Much like George Bailey, Kermit ends up wishing he was never born. Cut to a bizarre Kermit-free world where Rizzo hangs out with Joe Rogan, Dr. Honeydew is a bouncer, and Scooter is apparently hooked on ecstasy. But worse than any of that is this view from Miss Piggy's window. You are looking at the Twin Towers. This movie released in 2002, which means without Kermit ever being born, the towers never fell. Kermit the Frog, you are a threat to American safety, and I know just the man to take you out. Thanks for your help, Jean-Claude.
Great job.
Now you and Ernie, take us out.
See you next time.